So we are going to talk about angle of elevation and angle of depression. And the top half of page 5 is independent reading. You guys need to read that on your own. I am going to focus on this silly looking dude looking at this silly looking bug. What I'm going to do here is I am going to extend these lines. And if you guys notice, that's two parallel lines cut by a transversal. For all you geometry whiz kids out there, this is the angle of depression and the angle of elevation. And when I extend these lines and I see that they're two parallel lines cut by a transversal, these are alternate interior angles. Oh my goodness. Do y'all remember what the relationship is with alternate interior angles? They're equal. Good job. So if they're equal, guys, it doesn't matter if it's asking you for the angle of elevation or the angle of depression. It's all done the same way. So this is really SOHCAHTOA in disguise. That's all this is. Let's go ahead and turn the page. It's going to be fun. Let's turn the page. And before we begin, we're going to talk about level 1 and level 2 problems. So let me zoom out here. These are the notes that we're covering today. Both of these are level 1. I'm putting L1, L1, because I told you they were level 1. These are the notes that goes with your homework on page 8. Let's go to page 8. I'm going to tell you the level of these. Number 1 is level 3. Oh, yeah.
What do you mean by level?
Like in order of level of difficulty. Okay. I should say level of difficulty.
On a scale of what? Like, what's the max?
1,000.
Okay.
All right. So this is level 3. Number 2 is level 2. Number 3.
Level 1.
Yeah, I'm saying level 1. Number 5 is level 1. Number 6 is level 2. And guys, I love cats so much. I'm going to make this as an example. This is really going to be example 3 in a moment. I can't have a cat example and not work it. And then number 12 ran away. We're not doing number 12.
What level would that be? Too hard?
No, it's not too hard. It's just a lot of work. It's L2. If you need to be consistent, I get it. It would just be level 2. So listen, I'm going to do 3 examples with you. I'm actually going to do one of these homework problems. That's going to leave you 1, 2, 3, 4 problems on your own for homework tonight. It's going to be on a separate sheet. I am taking a grade for it. I'm going to help you format your homework paper, but not yet. Let's go back. Let's keep turning pages. Let's go back to page 6. Here we go. All right, so we are going to explore elevation and depression. Remember, they're both treated the same. Please follow along with me when I read out this problem, because I'm going to know if you don't read it. Here we go. Example 1. Suppose you have been assigned a job of measuring the height of a local water tower. Climbing makes you dizzy, so you decide to do the whole job at ground level. From a point of 47.3 meters from the base of the tower, you find that you must look up at an angle of what? What's the angle?
53 degrees.
Thank you very much for reading along with me. To see the top of the tower, how high is the tower? Y'all, that 53 degrees, that made it a level 1. When they tell you the degrees, easy problem. Easy problem when they tell you the degrees. So, here's what's happening. Wait, where's the question? Oh, here's the question mark. What are they looking for? Good. Guys, I'm going to just bold out a question mark right here. If the degrees are given, you're going to have an X in your work. This is X right here. So the good news is, guys, we're only using sine, cosine, and tangent. We're not using the reciprocals. And here's what's going to happen. some trig function. In that blank, I'm going to write sine, cosine, or tangent in a minute. Some trig function of 53 degrees equals, let's take a look at what they gave us. We're looking for, what side is this? Opposite, adjacent? It's opposite. Opposite. Okay, opposite, and then, whoa, I got a number here. What does this belong to, adjacent or hypotenuse? Is that so, or is that ka, or is that toa? It's which one? Tangent. So guys, I wrote this on the side for a moment on purpose. Right next to my equal sign, I'm writing x over 47.3. And you guys are right, this fraction matches the tangent ratio. So I'm going to cover up that pen. I'm going to use my pen to cover that up. All right, look, we got to solve for x. There's x. We need to solve for it. You can't solve any x in any fraction. So how are you going to get rid of that fraction? Multiply by the 47.3, right? All right, look, I'm going to show you the calculator ready form. When you multiply both sides by 47.3, this goes away. On the left-hand side, this is going to be calculator ready, not Cinco Ranch, calculator ready. It is going to be 47.3, open parentheses, tangent 53, close parentheses, equals x. So, turn on your beautiful little calculator. Let's hit clear. Let's type in 47.3. Open parentheses. Your parentheses are above keys 8 and 9. Open parentheses. Where's the tan button? Next to divide. See the tan? Divide, tan. Hit tan. And look, it already put a parenthesis in there. It's asking, what do you want to do the tan of? I want to do the tan of 53. I'm just going to type 53. I'm going to close the parentheses for the tan function. Then I'm going to close the parentheses for the multiplication function. So the end part has two parentheses. Hit enter. There you go. How tall is the water tower? Is it 62.769 or 62.77? 769 is the magic number. So it is 62.769. Let's try that again. Yes, 3 digits, yep. Unless the calculator simplifies it where it's not rounded, yes. I'm sorry? Yes, it's meters. Okay, let's take a look at the next problem. All right, for the next problem, example 2. A ship is passing through the strait of that country. At its closest point, this country's radar determines that it is 2,400 meters away. Later, whoever is running the radar, he goes and gets coffee, comes back, and now he determines that the boat is 2,650 meters away. If the angle between the two sightings is 25.09 degrees, how far did the ship travel between the two observations? Oh, I love when they give me degrees because it's a level 1 problem. All right, so we're figuring out how far apart or how far that ship traveled. So here's my x. When the degrees are given, you're going to have an x in your work. When the degrees are given, you're going to have an x in your work. So let's figure out what's happening here. So some trig function of 25.09 is some fraction. We're about to set up a fraction. Let's see what we got. You know what? You have 2 options here. You have extra information. You don't need all these sides. You only need 2 sides. I am choosing to use the hypotenuse as the hypotenuse because that's adjacent. What is x? It's opposite. I am choosing to use the hypotenuse only because I already used that tangent ratio in example 1. I want to do something different for you guys. So now I am going to have x over the hypotenuse. And remember the x, you just told me it was opposite, and I used the hypotenuse. So I'm using O. So if I'm using O, what's the trig ratio? It's sine. That's the SOHCAHTOA. Yes.
Did you get 25.09?
All right, guys. So again, we got to knock out this fraction. We're going to multiply both sides by, what are we multiplying both sides by, Victoria? Yes, that's right, 2650. So guys, again, here's your calculator ready. It's going to be 2650, open parentheses, sine of 25.09, and then close it, and that's going to give you x. Let's pretend you're at home and you can't steal these calculators out of my room. Y'all downloaded that Green Desmos app, right? Yes. Where is it? Right here. Uh-oh, I already have answers. Clear all. All right, look, guys. To find this one's pretty straightforward. You do it the same way as your little regular calculator here. But you have to make sure it's in degrees. If it actually gets toggled on to radians, you're going to get the wrong answer. So make sure you see DEG. And again, we're just going to write 2650. Open your parentheses, which is on the bottom left. And then your sine function is right above your parentheses. So write sine of 25.09. Close your parentheses, and then hit enter. So how far apart are those two sightings? 1123.709 or 7.1? It's 7.1 because that other number is a 6. It's above 5. So this is 1123.71 equals x. And it's meters.
So, how'd you get sine?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's right above your...
No, I'm talking about just
Oh, it was opposite over adjacent. Opposite over hypotenuse. Yes.
What is the accent for this?
Calculator ready. So it was opposite over hypotenuse. I could have done that one.
You could have just done 26.
Yeah, I could have done x over 26. Any questions on that? Why are you packing up? I'm about to help you with your homework. Get out a sheet of paper. This is called 4.1, day 2. Homework. It is page 8. You're going to remind yourself to skip problem 12. Y'all, please don't forget to put the date. Today is the 18th. Don't forget to put your name. And we're all going to start with the same problem. We're all going to start with problem 6. You're gonna have to. You can have this when I'm done, actually. All right. So problem number 6, remember, is about a little kitty cat problem. That cat is stuck in a tree. You're going to go save your cat, but all you have is a ladder that is 6.7 meters long. Here's your ladder. And it's 6.7 meters long. And the highest that it reaches that tree, here's my tree, is 6.5 meters long. The question is asking you for the angle. You don't know the angle. So I'm going to put theta right here. When you don't know the angle, you don't have an x. Watch. Still set it up the same way. Some trig ratio of theta, I don't know what the degrees are yet, But I know what my fraction is. My fraction is opposite over hypotenuse. Remember, that's opposite over hypotenuse. Oh! Oh! Which function is O? Sine. You got to get rid of that sine. That sine is messing you up trying to find your angle. What you're going to do, guys, y'all see my calculator? Look, see the word function? If you hit the word function, you're going to type in the reciprocal of sine. I'm sorry, not reciprocal. Inverse of sine. That little inverse. See the -1? I can't make this focus. And then you're going to type in your fraction. Oh my goodness, my numbers went away. I got to hit main. Now my numbers are back. So I'm going to hit 6.5 divided by 6.7. And that's the angle of elevation to go get my kitty. It's 75.965. Bye.